Good morning, guys. Okay, happy Monday. I am Amy Elizabeth. If you are new, say hello. If you are watching the replay, hi. If you are on live, let me know. I would love to say hello. All right, you guys, time is our biggest pressure cooker, right? We always are taught to beat the clock, to reverse time, to race with time. And this is one of the biggest errors that I witness people make, is this pressure with time. It's this race against time. It's this desire to win. And when we are looking at overall transformation, something that is there for the long haul, something that is a foundation to continue to build upon, time does not mean anything. We have this beautiful information within human design that allows us to understand deeper how transformation really occurs. And it takes time, yes. There is this idea of 7 years, which I posted about this morning, about 7 years and how much you can transform in 7 years. And when we look at 7 years and we hear 7 years, we're like, wow, that's a long time. But 7 years can also go by like this. And radical shifts can also occur in 7 years. So there is no limitation of time. However, we have this process of deconditioning the unsexy work that we do within human design that allows us to create new patterns. And patterns take time. Again, your willingness and openness to dive into that unsexy work can really collapse time. And there is no, this is how much you must align within 7 years, right? It's the whole idea of the transformation. So the magic, hello, good morning, you guys. The magic with time is that we get to move as quickly or as slowly with time as we desire. However, when we start to fight time, when we start to battle time, when we start to make it about beating it, then we face so much resistance. Then we take away our own ability to transform within time. Hello, gorgeous Alina. We take away our ability to transform because we start playing in the mind, right? We start logically trying to understand time. And time is completely illogical. The way that people can operate within a time frame differs person to person. Why? Because of how they're designed, how they're trusting their authority and their strategy, and how they're utilizing that to make decisions in a time frame. So we've all, hello, gorgeous bestie Nicole. We've all heard, you have the same amount of time, same amount of 24 hours as Beyonce. And what are you doing with that time? So many of us are resisting time. We're looking at time and being like, oh, I have so much to do. I have so much to do in so little time. That we misalign our ability and our desire to lead ourselves through those moments. There's always enough time. There's actually more than enough time. We're living in an abundant world, and when we start to limit ourselves with time, we create this unrealistic restraint, right? And we put this resistance in front of us on our path to be like, oh, told you so, because we want to be right. We aren't actually willing and leading from desire. We're leading from a place of lack. We're really leading from a place of lack. So the magic with time is that we get to play with it. We get to play with it, and we get to let it lead us when we're in alignment. If we're not in alignment with our design, time becomes the enemy. When we align with our design, this incredible thing called surrender and trust gets to be at the forefront of how you lead your life and how you lead everything, and witnessing the universe or God bring everything to you that is designed and meant for you. We only start fighting time when we try to control time, when we try to make things happen on our own time frame. And the beautiful thing is that the universe, God, gets to change it. However, change your path immediately. The more aligned you are, the quicker things happen. Right? That's why so many people are trying to understand how people manifest so quickly, or how this idea, this concept of collapsing time, or these like completely unreasonable results happen in a time period. And then people all of a sudden put this pressure and stress on themselves that I must do it like that. And they take themselves out of the willingness and the work to do the unsexy work, to actually align energetically to bring that in, to attract that. So what do we need to do to make time our friend? What do we have to do to feel sexy in releasing the stress and control of time? We have to align ourselves. We have to deeply, deeply, deeply understand our human design. And so human design obviously is getting louder and louder and louder. I say that every time because it's getting louder every single day. And what people are utilizing human design for are quick fixes. And this is not what it's designed for, and that won't last. And we're in a world right now where 2020, we're really understanding that things need to change for the complete foundational overhaul, right? We can't just put in quick fixes. That's not going to work. We're really, really seeing that right now, that the quick fix, the Band-Aid approach, the immediate results driven kind of things are not what's going to be sustainable. And the most conscious people, the people that are really desiring complete abundance and expansion and growth over a lifetime, are the people that are really understanding transformation, alignment takes time, and it also never ends, right? There's no end date to it. It's no, I made 10K and everything's done. When you get to 10K, if you made it a competition against time, you're never gonna be happy with it. That's never gonna mean anything to you. And when we look at those markers in success, we start to eliminate all of the non-tangible results, which actually brought us to that, right? It's not about all of the strategy. It's not about this in place and that in place and this program and that program. It's about realigning and reprogramming everything internally within us so that we can be in the most amount of alignment humanly possible in that current moment. In 5 hours from there, we're going to align deeper. Everything is working and operating in a moving motion, right? Time continues to move. So do we energetically and within alignment. And if we don't, we create resistance, we create flat lines, we create hustle. We create burnout. We create burnout because we're trying to beat something, and there's nothing to beat. But there is transformation to be had, and that's the difference. So this 7-year block that I'm talking about is the first layer, the first cycle of your big radical transformation. So within 7 years, if you are really truly desiring alignment and to understand your design and to witness your life radically change, in 7 years from the time that you consciously make that decision, your life will be entirely different, and it won't make any sense. And the things that happen and the things that came and the decisions you made won't make sense until you look back. And then you'll be like, oh, that brought me here and that brought me here and this. It's all going to come together. But you have to allow those pieces to be in moving motion as you continue to move in motion. And during those 7 years, again, it can be as radical or as minimal as you allow that to be. And after that, we're continuing another cycle. We're going deeper. It's never ending. So don't put these limitations on yourself. Don't say that I need to have this done in this amount of time. Focus on the internal work, focus on the alignment, focus on your ability to align with your own personal design, to energetically feel the power within you, and to trust and surrender to whatever time is ready to bring you. When you allow yourself to step into this thing of surrender, which is the hardest, I'm not saying any of this is easy. It's actually very difficult. It's a very conscious awareness, ability to move within surrender, is the knowing that it's all happening for you. The knowing that everything that is like the biggest storm, the biggest nightmare is actually happening for you, but you just have to keep moving in order to see the puzzle piece come together, or the puzzle to come together with all of the moving pieces in order for time to make sense. And when you can release and surrender that all of the things are happening for you, and that you are just continuing to be in motion, and even when things push you, even when you're celebrating the biggest celebrations, you get to anchor in on that moment and be present in the time, in the moment, and then also allow yourself to expand beyond that. We never want to stop, right? And when we're racing time, we stop and move, we have these times where we're like, things are falling apart and nothing's happening, and then you're in resistance, you're in frustration, you're bitter, you're going against it, right? You all of a sudden are going against time, you're going against surrender. And we need to open up that gateway of time, of surrender, of alignment for you to continue to evolve and go deeper. And that looks different for every single person. So the moment that you start taking things that are like, this is gonna be the quick fix, this is gonna be exactly what I need, you take away the ability for your own process to happen naturally. And again, you can allow that to happen in a really rapid, expansive, quick way, but not if you're not aligned, right? If you have an expectation of this is going to make this happen. You want to be able to dive into the unsexy work and to be putting all of those, the rewiring, the reprogramming, the recoding into your system so that things can happen really, really quickly. So that is why time is so magical, and that is why so many of us, especially the less conscious people, the people that are not so aware, the people that are not diving into this world, the people that are stuck in situations in life that they're not happy with, they're so stressed about time. And that's when you see somebody who's very consciously designing their life and living in alignment in their life, where they're like, it's all right, we got this, it's all happening for a reason, and not stopping, right? Not stopping because there's a time thing. We work with time, we expand with time, we continue to move with time instead of resisting it. So I hope this gave you a little bit more insight around time and collapsing time and quantum leaps, because it can all be done within these containers, but you have to be in energetic alignment and an energetic match for it consistently, not in a moment, not in a program, not with an expectation. So if you are looking to align deeper, we have so many programs that you can be adding into your world, into your life, and really trusting your strategy and your authority to make these decisions that are correct and right for you in this very moment. So PPP we're in week 4, and it's been the most powerful projector power paradigm that I've ever run. It's incredible. Like, holy cow. The takeoff, which is for a mastermind for Manny, Jens, and Jens, and they're all flying. It's literally a 3-week container, and we're wrapping up. This is our 3rd week, and it's been holy. It's crazy. One-to-one containers, Voxer support for coaches that are looking to incorporate human design into their business, but don't want to be doing the work. They don't want to. They understand what their magic is. They understand their desires, and they're also really responsible leaders that know the impact that human design has. Or the Babes of HD for all of you incredible leaders that are really looking to incorporate HD in your own way into your business. So reach out for any of those, and an HD reading from Liz. So I'm sending you guys so much love. Have a beautiful day. Allow time to lead you. Allow yourself to lead yourself right now within time, and continue to move even though it's not going the way that you maybe have an expectation or have created for yourself, and start moving with it and watch the magic that happens. Witness it. What do you do in the container with Manny, Jens? So I have MMP, which is for, okay, so we have 2 containers right now for Manny, Jens, and Jens. So the takeoff, which is ending, which was a mastermind, and it was literally for those that are ready to fly, that are ready to take off, that are ready for, they've already been creating movement and momentum in their business, and now are ready to completely fly, and that's what they're doing. That is coming to an end. And then we have MMP, which is open year round. Basically, the live program is ended, but you can still have access to the course and the program. It is called Money Magnetism, Sex and Power for Manny, Jens, and Jens, and this is all about the deconditioning of your energy type and learning how to lead with your sacral, which is the foundation of all human design for Manny, Jens, and Jens. So it's where the magnetism was, where the sex, the pleasure, and the power is all created, cultivated, and maintained. All right, you guys have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you guys soon. And allow your transformation to keep happening. Don't have a time limit, don't have an expectation, and be able to look back in 7 years and be like, holy cow, this is crazy. Love you guys.